Sir? Hey, boss.
He was shopping for his wife, wearing a shirt and tie, no crime, no cause, just a cop demanding ID without legal grounds. In the U.S., you're not required to show ID unless you're legally detained. Don't let intimidation replace the law.
Come over here real quick. Can I see your ID?
Sorry?
Can I see your ID? Ma'am, don't worry, this will just take a second. Before you start going rifling through there for your money, if I could just see your ID real quick.
See my ID for what, man?
I'm out here trying to make sure everyone's safe. I had a call. You fit a partial description. Again, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I don't mean to interrupt your business.
Description of what?
Right, I'm looking for a guy causing trouble, and you seem to be a gentleman.
For the past 30 minutes, I'm just here shopping for my wife, man.
I mean, if you look around, this isn't really a store for you, is it?
I'm shopping for my wife.
You married to a sorority girl or what? Like, I mean, look, this doesn't...
Beauty Class 4 is a boutique for all women.
Okay, well, that's neither here nor there. I don't...
Question, man.
We had a guy that was on the run and he dipped into a boutique.
Sir, do I look like I've been on the run? I have a shirt and tie and I'm in this little boutique here about to check out.
Are you going to comply or are we going to have an issue? Because all I need is your ID and then we can go from there. So once I see your ID, we can go from there. And then I can let you pay for
No, you're not going to get my ID, and no, I'm not going to comply. I know my rights, and this is definitely against the law, so no.
So I just watched this. I think maybe it's not a new clip, but a clip of some police officers, a police officer, detaining a guy because some picture he has on his phone looks like the guy or whatever he detained him stuff. So detaining him the whole time, saying because the picture had the guy in the picture had dreads, so he detained this random man, and for just because he thinks they look alike. I've been critical about black community in certain aspects, okay? Like, in this country, you could succeed, okay? In this country, I've said all these other things, okay? So I don't want to rehash it because I said in other videos. But one thing I could say is that I 100% agree that although police killings of black men is statistically not as police killings of unarmed black men isn't as statistically as high as we all like to believe, but still, racist interaction is quite high. This is the thing where I've always felt that the police in general, not all, but in general, are the epitome of power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. This is the thing where if you want to say a system, okay, I think the police force is a system that is hasn't changed to be a better force, okay? Because here's the thing where I don't think enough vetting of the police officers we're doing. You know, how they're mentally, how they're historically, their history. There's not enough harder punishments. Because here's the thing. I honestly believe that as crazy as it is, we should only have a select, it's like the cream of the crop, okay? Be police officers. Not anyone, just anyone. Not a man that can do push-ups. Not a man that just can run a mile. Okay, great. You're athletic. But I don't mean that, you use the athleticism to hurt others. How's that help? How's that help? Okay? This is the thing where I believe that cops shouldn't have immunity. I personally don't believe that, okay? I believe that they should be afraid to lose their job. I really do. Because if you don't want to do that job because you're afraid to lose it, then you knew that you would most likely do shit to lose that job to begin with. So this is the thing where I don't necessarily, I haven't seen it, okay? So I'm very open-minded. I haven't seen any other form of a system that puts black people down, but I would 100% agree that the police system is definitely one of those. It hasn't changed. It hasn't improved. We have regular people, okay? Regular people who now have power over other people. That power goes through people's heads, okay? It don't matter if you're black, white, Asian, whatever. Once you go through the police force, now you gain power over others. You gain the ability to, end someone's life. You gain the ability to, dictate what happens to a person. It goes through most people's head. Because this is a thing where, not many people can handle power. Not many people can handle power. So I've always felt, in my personal opinion, is that it's not that I hate police officers. I don't hate police officers. I hate the system that, is creating police officers. We haven't reformed it. I really think we haven't reformed it, and punishments should be severe. Because this is a thing where police officers can affect a person's life severely. Okay? Going through the criminal system is not a good thing. A record, you could probably be put in jail for life, or put in jail, have a felony, have a record. Shit like that matters. So honestly, having police officers that follow the rule 100% have hopefully 0 to almost no biases should be the thing. And for police officers to be more scrutinized, to be more under the magnify is absolutely 100% how it should be. These are people, regular people that have power. Just like I believe politicians, they should be scrutinized. Their lives. These are people that have power over others. Their lives should be under a mirror. We should have people that supervise, that hold police officers accountable, that holds politicians accountable. Okay? We should, but we don't. So no matter what I said on other things, okay, I 100% believe that the police system is a very backward system. Or not a backward system, but a system that we haven't changed up over the years. We haven't changed it up since it's been, implemented. We haven't changed it up. And I believe we should make it more stricter. Like, we shouldn't have, having a lot of cops can be a good thing, but they should be the cream of the crop. They should be mentally sound, 100% mentally sound. Okay? 100% mentally sound, almost 0 biases, follow the law to the utmost degree. They should know the law like the back of their hand. It is insane for a police officer to not know the law to the back of their hand, to not know the law like it's inside out. I think it's insane because you are the enforcers of the law, so you should know it. You should follow it. You shouldn't do absolutely 0, right? 0 things that would, go against the law.
I finished paying for my wife's blouses here, and I'm going to exit the store.
Well, I'll be the one to decide what happened. I don't mean to interrupt your business, but I need to make sure you're not someone that's a threat. And if I need to see your ID,
Or it's like a prank or something. I mean,
again, if I need to see your ID, I need to see your ID. So we can elevate this if we want.
And you can't
We're doing that.
walk up on me and say, "Hey, give me your ID." Like,
You're just some lawyer or something?
Actually, I am an attorney, so yes.
Oh, I'm an attorney. My bad. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So then you should know.
You're attempting to break the law, and you're doing it right in front of this young lady right here, which is atrocious to me. I mean,
Okay, Jeopardy word. I appreciate
I know my
that.
rights, sir.
I appreciate the Jeopardy and Scrabble words and all that. But if you could just show me your ID, don't just still grab.
No.
Do you have any weapons in your pocket? You can't just go.
Absolutely not.
So you should know I'm the law. So why are you not abiding by the law?
I'm so sorry. This guy
Don't-
obviously is on a power trip or something.
Don't disrespect me and engage with her. Are you going to show me your ID or are we going to have a
I'm
problem?
going to show you my ID.
Okay, because you're a lawyer or something and you know the law now.
I am an attorney,
You're going to explain to me the law.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well then you should know I am the law at this point.
Rights, and you can't just walk up on me and ask for my ID. I know that.
This isn't a law book. That's all cute and all.
Is he or is he not detained?
Ma'am, I just need to see his
If he
ID.
is not, then I'm asking you to please leave my boutique. You can go harass someone outside, but this gentleman has been shopping for 30 minutes.
I'm not here to harass
Yes or
anyone.
no?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes or no?
You're lucky that she's going to protect you in this. I'll be outside. We better not have an issue. Are we going to have an issue?
I'll have security walking.
Thank you. It's fine. I deal with this kind of ignorance.
Have a nice day,
Ignorance.
officer. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Good.
Hey, bro, you can't do that.
Shocking, Officer Ramesa maliciously arrested a black man by forging a police report. On May 27th, Amori Johnson was waiting for a friend outside the apartment building near the Grossmont Bus Center. At this moment, Officer Matthew Dages came over angrily.
And then he started asking me more questions. What are you doing here? Do you live here?
Dages asked him exactly what he was doing and told him that the place was a paid area and smoking was not allowed. Johnson said he didn't smoke at all. He was just waiting for a friend. But when Johnson's friend came to pick him up, Dages actually wouldn't let Johnson leave, and things escalated like that.
He was putting his hands around my neck. He was grabbing me, just putting his hands on me.
Subsequently, Dages submitted a false report, claiming that Johnson smoked in the paid area, had no tram tickets, and hit him. And Johnson was arrested as a result. Many witnesses filmed the incident with their mobile phones, claiming that Dages looked like provocateurs. Meanwhile, Deputy District Attorney Judy Tashner said that Johnson was opposite the tram station at that time, holding a mobile phone in his hand. No cigarettes were found.
No smoke, no cigarette, no vape, nothing.
In the mobile phone video, you can hear Johnson shouting, but the witness who testified in court said that he never fought back. Ultimately, Johnson was released and no new charges were brought. The arrest video triggered riots in La Mesa. If found guilty, Dages will face 3 years in prison. However, after more than a day of deliberation, the jury in El Cajon City finally acquitted him. Do you think Dages should be sentenced? Share your thoughts in the comment section.
This might be controversial, but I've been watching, TikTok, it's crazy. For my For You page, you get all these videos of police stopping and all these things where just stopping people. And I'm always thinking about, you always hear the talk about how the black community is over policed. I always wonder, why haven't we tested out, where the police should be taken out of any predominantly black neighborhoods. So anything that happens in black neighborhoods, police don't go by. Anything that if it doesn't deal with another race, right? Police do not interact with. Let's say if it's not about let's say a crime. I'm just saying hypothetical, like a crime, like a black person committing a crime against a white person. Okay, then you step in. But if it's something that's within the race, the police have no jurisdiction. I mean, it's crazy hypothetical, argument, because I'm just saying that, like, maybe cut down policing when it comes to the black community. Because to be honest, it's like it's the only community that's complaining about over-policing. And I agree. I'm not saying I don't disagree. It seems like they are being over-policed. So, I saw another guy who said, you know what? Black people should create their own police. You know what? I agree. Create their own police to deal with matters that are happening within the community. I think it's illogical because, I don't know. I don't think that there's already guns in the community. No one is protecting anybody. But, I don't know. It was just a crazy thought where I don't know why any Democratic, run state or city hasn't really tried that out, where you take police out of black neighborhoods, put them only in like more diverse communities, or in the bigger part of the cities, like let's say the downtown area or whatever, not in neighborhoods. Okay, and just deal with issues that pertain to any race besides black community. I don't know. I'm surprised that no Democratic run state or city has done that. I would think that they're able to do that, right? Because to say that black people don't need to call the police anymore. They could handle whatever's happening in their community by how they see fit. I'm just a little bit surprised. I don't know. It's just because I just saw someone, what's his name, Deontay Kyle or whatever, saying that black people need to be able to police their own community. I don't disagree. And the whole thing about black people being over policed, I agree that too. So when it deals with let's say black on black crime, we should ignore it, or the police should not have a hand in it. Okay, if it doesn't affect any other community besides the black community, I think the police should not butt their nose into it, because obviously the community doesn't want it. So I don't know. It's just a thought I had, and I wonder why Democratic cities don't implement.
Because I don't got time to figure out which white people are nice, which white people aren't racist, or da-da-da-da-da. I have to go on the actions of the group.
Right.
The group as a whole and the history of that group as a whole tells me that they are a danger to me and they are not to be trusted.
Right.
And if you can understand that as a black man and your stance towards white people, then you should absolutely be able to understand women's stance towards you.
With his logic, with his, this is the thing where I love the internet. I love social media. Because if you want to prove something, you have visual proof. You will have visual proof. If you agree with it, what he just said, right? Please just think about this. If you agree with what he just said, you can't tell the good white people from the bad white people. So you just have to pretty much generalize them all, right? White people are racist. It's not because all white people are racist, but you know what? You can't tell which one is the good ones, so you generalize them, right? Okay. If you agree with that, understandable. If you can understand that point of view, please say it now. You understand it. How can you not understand how white people do it? How white people think? Look at this.
Police are looking for 14 people accused of beating and robbing a couple on the Red Line. It happened on May 7th on a train that was in the Printers Row neighborhood. Police say the young men and women displayed a knife and used pepper spray on the couple while taking their property.
So if you don't have time to figure out who's the good or bad people, right? Or good or bad, who are the good or bad white people. So you will treat them all the same, right? You will judge them by their history or what you see, okay? What you believe. How can you, right? If you believe that, how can you not understand how white people go about things? How the world judge the black community? Because this is the thing where I'm more talking about the hypocrisy of it. I'm not talking about, white people right, black people wrong. No. I don't give a shit about that. I'm talking about the hypocrisy. How can you, as if you are a logical human being, okay, you understand, oh, you can't figure out who are good or bad white people, and then you want to judge the whole race on their history or how they view their history or whatever. Guess what? Guess what? You are no different than the white people you complain about. Because here's the thing. White people think the same. They don't have time to figure out who's the good black people, who's the bad black people, who's the ghetto black people, who's the not ghetto black people. They don't have time. So they will judge you on your history, on, you know, your music, what represents your community, your music, the entertainment you see, the news you see, right? What is pushed out there thanks to entertainment, TV, social media. So this is the thing where what I'm saying is that it's the hypocrisy, where I believe we should judge people on the individual. I believe so. We shouldn't blanket everyone. But here's the thing. Most people, most black people think like that, right? So guess what? Most white people also think like that. So this is the thing where I had a lot of backlash with my the Madison Prep video, where I showed just a bunch of black students dancing, you know, during a graduation ceremony. Well, this is the problem what I'm talking about. If you wanted to be treated the same, well, guess what? You have to act the same. And I'm not promoting that we should be acting the same as everyone else. No, individuality is great. Being different is good. But the problem is the white and black thing, people are complaining about each other, right? You complain about being racism. You complain, well, guess what? You are different. We act differently, so people will view us differently. That's the thing. And no matter what side of the spectrum it is, black people will treat white people the same if they were in reverse, right? If the situation was reversed, black people would treat them the same because black people think the same. I just showed it. I just showed the examples of you would think this, you would be the exact same people because you think the same. You think the same in that regard where, okay, you know what? Since you guys are different, since I've seen bad things, right? What I perceive as a bad look on you, right? As a group, right? You white people or whatever, you've done bad things or, you know, I don't agree with everything. So I'm going to treat your group as your racist group or your bad group. Well, white people are doing the same shit. Oh, you know what? Since I've seen you guys are different, since I've seen you guys, violent, whatever, I'm going to treat you guys differently. This is the thing where we got to understand, we got to take a step back and see that, wow, you know, we are actually, that is the things that are wrong with us. Okay, where we want to see the differences, focus on the differences. We want to focus on the bad parts. You know, we want to blanket statement everyone, and these are the outcomes we get. Where, you know what, we need to take a step back and actually, you know, think about it logically, make it make sense. But we don't. And we make things harder for ourselves. Right? So, but I don't know. I just think it's funny that you can have that statement, you can say that statement, and it makes sense to your community. But if it was a white person who said it and did that all in reverse, you would call it racist. I mean, the hypocrisy.
This is Corian Evans. He's a high school senior from Moss Point, Mississippi. One day he's driving in his car and he sees another vehicle drive off of a boat launch, and the car started to sink into the river. So immediately what he does is he takes his shirt off, his shoes, takes his phone out of his pocket, hops into the river, and inside the vehicle were 3 teenage girls, and they're trapped inside the car. Corian found a way to get inside the vehicle, get the girls out of the vehicle, and get them to safety. Now, while this is happening, another police officer who responded to the incident jumped into the river to try to save the girls as well. Well, this cop started struggling and started to drown, and Corian noticed that, realized he had gotten the girls to safety, turns around, hops back into the water, and saves the officer, totaling 4 rescued from the river, all by Mr. Evans. Man, that is incredible. And as you can see here, that's a shot of him in action. And I just think the bravery, the selflessness, just a phenomenal ending to a story that could have ended horribly. And because of the action that he took, the good young ladies get to go home to their families. The officer gets to go home to his family. Shout out to Corian.
I was talking to a friend that, you know what, he said that we always focus on negatives instead of positives. And I agree, we do. That's why I wanted to share this video, because we don't celebrate heroes enough. We don't. We always glorify the negativity. I agree. So there's not enough of the positivity, the sharing of true heroes, of amazing citizens, of good human beings. Right? We don't. 100%. We don't celebrate them enough. We don't glorify them enough because we should. They are a amazing part of our society. They are a great reflection of mankind. So amazing. I love it. That young man, I hope he has a bright future because he has an amazing heart.